Thank you, Deputy. I now call on Deputy Regina Doherty.
Thanks, Count Corla. Do you know, just to stand in this chamber today and to listen to John, to speak so passionately, to actually be able to feel and see what he feels is genuinely, it's humbling. And I think I'm only here a very short time. I've never experienced anything like the unity of purpose of all of the people in this House, all of the parties. We normally stand in here and we squabble and we nitpick against each other, but the unity of the purpose of everybody in this House to make sure that this referendum passed and now that this bill is going to pass, just so that we can treat people equally and the same as everybody else, is phenomenal. And I have to say, not to be patronising, bravo to absolutely everybody that was involved in this, to everybody that canvassed, that leaflet dropped, that went on buses. I come from a highly political family, as probably everybody in here does. I've been canvassing and campaigning since I was just out of nappies. I was brought to communion or to Ardèches in my communion frock. I was on European buses with Richie Ryan. Like I've done it all. I've never experienced a campaign like the campaign that we had for this. It was just incredible. It brought raw, guttural feelings of everybody, mostly positive, to the surface. And it's something, as you've said, John, I have never seen in this country before, and I think it probably will be an awfully long time before we get to it again, and therein lies the pity. But that's not to take away from the fact that this is a huge achievement and accomplishment by the Irish people, to finally to be able to say that we value people for who they are, not what they are. And I think that's a wonderful, wonderful achievement on behalf of the Irish people. Not to be negative, the one thing that really genuinely irked me during the campaign was that those people who obviously were pessimistic and against the proposition was to say that civil partnership was in existence, and sure, what did we need anything different for, because it was already there, it was already the same. Well, the stunning changes to the various amounts of legislation that were already enacted that have to be made now just sheer clarifies the fact of the differences, and there probably were hundreds of them, between what was civil partnership, which albeit was a great start, but it never was going to be enough, and it certainly wasn't the end game. The amount of legislation that has to be changed, even down to words like changing wife to spouse, right up to the very serious changes that need to be made in the Guardianship Act, the Gender Recognition Act. There's a myriad of them. It's a huge credit to everybody in this House, to all our families, our friends, our supporters, and to the massive Irish people that we have taken this step in 2015. And I have to say I'm exceptionally proud to have been part of it. Thank you.